Please students wait for that, there is disconnection has been done, so that's why there was, please join. So where I am there that there is a advantage, I am doing the advantage of the sole authority of the note issue with RBI. Okay, so since, in other words, in simple words, since RBI is issuing the notes, what happens, the RBI can able to maintain the currencies, maintain the all the rules regulation, can able to gather faith or trust from the public. Okay, now coming to the next point, banker to the government. The Reserve Bank of India act as a banker, agent and a financial advisor to the central government and all the state of governments except that of Jammu and Kashmir. Since Jammu and Kashmir is outskirt of it, so Jammu and Kashmir is not being taken, except Jammu and Kashmir all banks, all the governments are being have the banker facility from RBI, or RBI act as a banker or an agent and a financial advisor to the central government and all the state government. Okay, now what is it written here, you will see. As a banker, it carries out all banking business of the government. Okay, it maintains a current account for keeping their cash balance. It accepts receipts and makes payments for the government and carries out exchange remittance and other banking operations. It also gives loans and advances to the government for temporary periods. The government borrows money by selling treasury bills to the central bank. So all the receipts, all the payments, all the current accounts of the governments, all these are being done by RBI for government, and in this manner the RBI act as a banker to the government. Now how the RBI act as an agent to the government? See, as an agent, the central bank also has the responsibility of managing the public debt. So whatever public debt the government are having, so it is being solved by the RBI as an agent. Okay. Third, as a financial advisor, the central bank advises the government from time to time on economic, financial and monetary matters. So financial advisor means what? Related to finance, the government, the RBI advise the government. Related to what? Every time to time, period to period, it advises related to economical matter, financial matters and monetary matters. So in this way, the RBI act as a banker, as an agent, as a financial advisor. You will come to the last point of function, bankers bank and supervisor. There are a number of commercial banks in a country. There should be some agency to regulate and supervise their proper functioning. Being the apex bank, the central bank acts as a banker to the other banks. In this sense, it bears the same relationship with commercial banks as the latter maintains with the general public. So I have told that since the bank RBI acts as a banker for all other commercial bank, I can tell that there is some relationship between the RBI and the commercial bank, and later with the general public also. Custodian of cash reserve. Commercial banks are required to keep a certain proportion of their deposit known as a cash reserve ratio or CRR with the central bank. In this way, central bank acts as a custodian of cash reserves of commercial banks. So, listen carefully, when the commercial bank keep reserve with itself, when commercial bank keep reserve with itself, it is known as legal reserve ratio or LRR. When commercial bank keep reserve with central bank, it is known as CRR, cash reserve ratio. Understood? This is the difference between LRR and CRR. Now, we are coming with the next point or the next function of central bank. Lender of the last resort. When commercial banks fail to meet their financial requirements from other sources, means when commercial bank wants some money, okay, but it fails from other sources, means from other banks, they are not getting any help, they approach the central bank to give loans and advances as lender of the last resort, means to give some loans and advances from the central bank. They're asking help for financial matters. Central bank assets these banks through discounting of approved securities and bills of exchange. So what central bank do? Central bank on behalf of it, what they do? Okay, central bank tells it, I will give you loan, but on behalf of what? Discounting of bills of exchange and securities, which I have told. Means they have to keep the bills of exchange with and the securities with central bank as a type of mortgage, you can tell. Third, clearing house. As central bank holds the cash reserves of all the commercial banks, it becomes easier and more convenient for it to act as their clearing house. All commercial banks have their accounts with the central bank. Therefore, the central bank can easily settle claims of various commercial banks against each other, which I have told previously, by making debit and credit entries in their accounts. As a supervisor, central bank regulates and controls the commercial banks. The regulation of banks may be related to their licensing, branch expansion, liquidity of assets, management, merging, winding up, etc. The control is exercised by periodic inspection of banks and returns filed by them. Okay, so how it regulate? By providing license, by providing branch expansion. If any commercial bank want to expand its branch, it has to take permission or the regulation from the central bank. For liquidity of assets, management, merging, some banks want to merge with some other banks, at that time central bank's permission is required. Winding up, etc. In this manner, the central bank acts as a supervisor. Okay, so these are all the functions today you have done of the central bank. Tomorrow we will be doing the last topic of this banking chapter, is its controller of money supply and credit. As you have seen yesterday that commercial bank, how they control credit and money supply, okay, by that method which I have told, that 1000 initial deposit and that 1000 increased by 5000 rupees. Okay, that same central bank, how central bank control money supply, how central bank control credit, okay, it is being done by how the central bank do this one. You will be knowing yesterday, or sorry, tomorrow you will be knowing about it. Okay, so how the money is being supplied in the public hand, how the credit or the loan, okay, is being maintained by central bank. All these things you will be knowing tomorrow. So for today, up till this much, I will be sending you the all those study material and all those class topics for today's function of central bank. Just revise from there. Thank you everyone.